And what we're going to do is take a black hackle feather, trim a notch out of it, like so. And then right where that bead and that thorax meet, I'm going to set that notch right down in that gap. And I'll fold the fibers back with my fingers and make a loose wrap right behind the bead. And that'll give you 2 clumps of legs, one on either side of the bead. Once you've got that tied in secure, you can pull the feather to get them to the right length. You want them just to be just a little bit longer than the thorax when folded back. You can go ahead and then trim out your excess. Now we'll take some thin skin and pull it over, tie that down, trim out the excess, and we'll take our flashback material. It's a little wider than I would normally use. I'm having a night where I can't find anything on my messy bench, so we're using a little bit wider than I'd normally use. Now we'll take and pull that forward and tie that down. Now we got flash tied off, and we can trim off the excess. There's more or less the completed fly with the black wire, the split tails. Goofed up that one tail a little bit. There we go. Everything's turning out alright though. Now I'm just going to half hitch here behind the bead. Now we've got essentially the completed fly. However, I'm going to take a little liquid fusion and I'm going to apply a little bead of liquid fusion to the top of the fly. Now this is in place of 5-minute epoxy. You could use 5-minute epoxy, but the nice thing about liquid fusion is it's non-toxic, not a lot of fumes, and it's also something you don't have to mix. So I got a little bead of it on my bodkin there. It's kind of cold right now in my garage here, so it's slowly pooling down into a little bubble on the back of that Copper John. But it's getting there. Just kind of tease it into those threads right there a little bit. But now we've got the epoxy back done. We can turn the fly a little bit so you can see that little bubble effect on the back. And there's an all black Copper John. You can tie Copper Johns in lots of different color combinations, copper, red, green, but by far here in the Black Hills and pretty much everywhere else I fished, the fish really like this black version. We fish it in anywhere size 14 down to size 20 or 22. So that's the black Copper John, good lead nymph. You can fish a lot of things behind this, little miracle midges, glass bead midges, bubbleback midges, midge emergers, but this is a good fly to stick on in front of it. Again, I'm Hans Stephenson from Dakota Angler and Outfitter, and we just finished tying a black Copper John. Check this out and other flies at flyfishsd.com, and you can grab the materials right there on the website if you need them. Thanks.